much to ask for a game to have a freaking volume slider? This is obviously Advance Wars 1 and 2, the Reboot Camp on Nintendo Switch, a game provided by the Maryland Library System. It's Memorial Day weekend, but I gotta take this back to the library tomorrow because someone else put it on hold. Seems weird to be playing this game on Memorial Day, doesn't it? We'll just gleefully move along without any content about that bit of irony. We're not changing anything, are we? Yeah, we're not. Well, you can choose to play classic mode or casual mode. Can I delete this? I kind of wanted to delete this, but the game won't let me do that. Because I wanted to start from the beginning. I don't think we need to start from the beginning, honestly, but let's just see what the game lets us do. Because there are some bits of the tutorial I want to revisit. I don't need to replay the entire thing, obviously. Classic. Which apparently is similar to the Game Boy Advance original. I want to say I do own the original Game Boy Advance cartridge. Either 1 or 2. I know I played the first game. I probably bought the second game. It's probably sitting here in a plastic shoebox somewhere. But since I don't have a Game Boy player with a Game Boy Advance, with a GameCube or anything, I cannot record footage from any of my Game Boy Advance games. I might have to resort to other methods. We'll see how it goes. But remember, this channel is basically about reviewing games on original hardware, not using unlicensed emulators on computers with ROMs that I probably downloaded like 2 decades ago. Yeah, we can replay from the beginning, so that's fine. We don't need to review basic troop movements. Let's review cities and terrain. Say hi to Nell. She's like Arlie Ermy, only significantly easier on the eyes. There will be comments, I know, about the transition from the pixel art to the scalable vector graphics they're probably using for the art style here. And I'm sure some people, I mean, look, we're gonna have a bit of fun with Nell's character animation because it is kind of adorable and probably highly inappropriate, but it's in fitting with the game's themes. Let's see, and all you Cannon Fodder fans can hum along with me if you know the lyrics to the theme song for that old video game. It means dispatched a mechanized infantry unit. This is where the tutorial gets a bit more interesting. So I skipped past the basic stuff, like how do you move a character on the screen. This game assumes you've never played a turn-based tactical RPG before. I played about a dozen hours of this game when it came out in the GBA, but it's one of those games that I played a bit of when I was younger, but never really committed to playing it. I probably should have. It's the kind of game where if I were younger and if I were like a teenager and I had a much smaller collection of video games, yeah, I would have played way more of this game and probably used the map creation function, which is included in this game and in the original Game Boy game. For now, we're going to select this unit, move it over here. The game doesn't let you deviate from the tutorial too much, so just follow along. Don't worry, it'll be painless. Now let Nell explain everything. There's no spoken dialogue, just so you know. So we're going to capture a city right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so they rearrange the music. This sounds like it might be Jake Hoffman, the dude from Shovel Knight doing the music for this game. But it looks like it's a rearrangement of the original Game Boy Advance music, which was not bad, but it's like whatever. But it sounds like Wayforward, the developers of this remake, might have asked Jake Hoffman to amp it up a bit. I'm not complaining. I'll give you a chance to hear more of it.
Nice work. Hey, want to hear a tip?
You can hold down the ZR button to speed things up. Fast forward function, which makes the game go a lot smoother. I don't remember if the Game Boy Advance original game had that feature. I think they added that here. Remember I mentioned the developers of this reboot are Wayforward? They were the folks who worked on the Shantae games. The Mummy, what was that? The Mummy Unleash game, which was a Metroidvania. Kind of like Shantae was, as I recall. Because I did play the original Game Boy Color version of Shantae. And that was kind of like Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, if you all remember. I did a video of Castlevania 2 on this channel. Simon's Quest was basically, it was a Metroidvania game in a way, but the map was a lot less complex than in a game like Symphony of the Night. But Castlevania 2 was a game made originally on the Japanese Famicom disk system. You know, the NES over in Japan was originally called the Famicom. They released an accessory called the disk system. First of all, look at her animation there. That animation is such a vibe. In fact, this character is going to be a meme if she's not already. I don't know how I feel about that, but that giggling animation she does is something of a vibe. So, fair warning on Nell, just in general. And a lot of people are not going to dig that vibe, but I know she's going to make a lot of fans. Nell is going to be very popular in certain communities, I'll just put it that way. Maybe the Hitalia crowd's going to be a fan of Nell, but we're going to move along. Go to an empty square and end the turn. I forgot to choose the options. The game probably won't let me choose the options either, if I'm being honest. And now the enemies are going to attack us. A few basics to note: the units that initiate combat are going to get a boost to their attack power. So, all things being equal, the troops that attack first do more damage, and then the targets will retaliate and do a little bit of damage, but not as much. Because remember, the amount of damage you do is based on the number of troops you have in your squadron. You can whittle enemies down to the point where they're basically a non-threat. Like if these guys with 2 enemy units tries to initiate combat against a battalion with like 10 units, they're not gonna win unless they have a lot of terrain bonuses, which the game will explain a bit later. And a city provides defensive cover. So a city tile will give you a little bit more of a defensive boost, which will help you withstand attacks like that. Another thing to keep in mind is that movement cost differs between unit types. I'll let Nell explain. That makes it easier to hear. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier to hear, so that's good. I might want to turn the music on later, but I wish there were a volume slider, like an actual volume slider. But whatever. That music is pretty good. It's a pretty good arrangement. Like, the original Game Boy music was a lot more chipper, if you know what I mean. Like, it did not rock as hard. Let's just put it that way. The melody was the same, obviously. Okay, so this city's been captured. In the next tutorial, the game will explain how to combine units. That really won't be necessary here. Let's see. That guy's in the mountain. Remember, you can always press the R2 button for more detail about the terrain that you're on. So right here, you see on the top of the card, it says the defense value is 1 out of 5. So you won't get any defensive bonus, really. It shows the movement cost. So based on how many movement points your unit has, it determines how far your unit can move while on that tile. For example, this unit has 3 movement turns, regular three movement units. Let's see, vision. Yeah, it determines how far in the distance they can see the enemies, I suppose. And when you're on a mountain, you can see further off in the distance. All that's explained right here. Let's see, soldier. Machine guns are effective against other foot soldiers. There is a rock, paper, scissors system going on here. Machine guns won't do much damage against ground vehicles. They do little to no damage against copter units. So stuff like that is going to be stuff you're going to need to know later. The game will explain that later. Here's the mountain here with a high movement cost. I guess tires can't move through mountains. So we're just gonna kill off these units. Let's move this guy. Can we move this guy over here? Guess we're just gonna take him out. Didn't mean to do that, so we're attacking him. Oh, and I did want to show you the damage percentage meter. When you select a unit right here, see the damage meter on the right side of the screen? That shows how many points of damage it'll take. So we're going to whittle this guy down to 1 unit after we attack it right here. Yeah, he basically had no defense. He was standing out there in the middle of a plain. So, yeah, no, we were on a mountain. We had the high ground. We were guaranteed to win that one. Again, that giggling animation she does is a total vibe, as the kids say. I'll turn the music back on eventually, but I just kind of wanted to hear myself think during the tutorial. I wanted to give you a chance to sample the music, because again, I recognize that song from the original Game Boy game. And I'm pretty sure I turned off the music. There are only 3 lessons? I thought there were more lessons than that. Well, the game does explain a lot. Well, the game does explain a lot, though, in each lesson. So we're gonna select that tank unit there with only 2 pips of health left, and it needs some ammo. So you can move it to your headquarters or to a nearby city.
Great job!
Recover 2 hit points for every turn it remains there, yeah.
Oh dear.
So we're gonna need to block the bridge to protect the tank while it's getting repaired. Inside that city, anyway. So we'll select this tank unit with 6 pips of health. Enemy units can't move over opposing units, so we can block this bridge. So we're going to combine the 2 tanks to make 1 tank. So we'll combine the 4 hit points on this tank and merge it with this tank that has 6 and make a single unit that has 10 pips of health. They combine their HP. There's only 1 unit, but at least it's full. Yeah, in this game, running around with a bunch of units that have very little health they're usually just sitting ducks. You're better off fighting enemies with full health. Otherwise, you're just going to be in trouble most of the time. And as you saw in the previous tutorial, where enemy units that had fewer hit points were just wiped out because they just couldn't do enough damage to withstand any attacks. Damaged units deal with less damage when attacking. See? That kind of thing. You join 2 units, it ends their turn. Okay, yeah, so you're committing to a merge. Yep, this screen right here is a meme. Someone make a GIF out of this. A GIF. That dialogue box is basically this game's entire vibe. So I'll see if I can do that a bit later. I never know. Did Nell have a mole on her cheek? Okay, I shouldn't be observing stuff like this. Did Nell have a mole on her cheek in the original Game Boy Advance game? I don't remember exactly. I guess, yeah, it's not a scalable vector graphic, I don't think. I just think it's, yeah, I think it's a 3D model, but the 3D model is incredibly simplified, so she's probably made out of, like, you know, a dozen polygons or something. Almost Tomb Raider-esque, I guess you could say. With a slash of anime, obviously. So let's select this unit over here. So we need to move the APC adjacent. So we'll move it right next to the unit that needs some ammo and supply.
Great job!
It's like they're showing Star Trek Into Darkness with Benedict Cumberbatch. They're showing it's the sequel to it's the second J.J. Abrams lens flare Star Trek movie. Bad Robot Trek. You can supply units or place them in allied buildings, yeah. But if you're not near a city, when you're not near a city, you can supply a unit and then have it move out on the very next turn. So that's not bad. It's like an Aliens. You got to roll out with the APV. Yep, they're artillery. The range in artillery unit is 2 to 3 spaces, but they can't move and fire on the same turn. So again, you got to practice crap like that. Is that a nervous laugh, Nell? Convenient. That guy. So we're gonna whittle it down from 10 to 4 pips of health at least. Have fun. Works for me.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently these guys, these artillery are terrible in melee range. Headquarters for each army, we'll call them HQs for sure. If you capture the enemy HQ, you instantly win the battle. Okay. So they left it wide open in the corner of the map. Yep, it wandered way too far from HQ. Brilliant tactical. These guys must have learned their tactical strategy from the escort from the guards in Wind Waker on the Game Boy. On the GameCube, actually. Ah! Roll out. Roll out. Roll out. So I can't go to the options menu. I can hold down the Y button to see to get rid of the HUD. I'm not sure that's very helpful. That is a cute bit of character animation. When you accidentally make the wrong action in the tutorial, she gets mad. What are you gonna do? Drop. Stop, drop. Shut them down, open up shop. That's how the Rough Riders roll. Now, if you have a healthy unit, range key, you're going to capture HP in the next turn. Not this turn, but the next turn. Choice fully supplied. I'm doing great. Yep, looks like your boy's going to win. We'll get the music on for this part. I want to say that Military Madness on the TurboGrafx-16 has a similar setup. I have it on the TurboGrafx-16 Mini. I gotta pull that out, which I'll probably end up doing this weekend because I can't play this game. I mean, knowing that it's Advance Wars makes it easier for me to play, I think, because the game didn't come in the manual. I had to download a PDF from the internet just to learn how to play Military Madness. That was generally a bad move. you notice how the road tile here has a defense rating of 0 in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen? I didn't know that. So being in the grass gives you more defense than being on a road. Funny how that works. Well, that was a bad move all around. Can't get some ground vehicles. Why can't attack? That's game.
Congratulations!
Yep, that's game. Yeah, sure. I'm ready for war now. Wasn't this game delayed for, like, political reasons? I don't remember exactly. Yeah, we'll read more about that later, obviously. As if the original game didn't come out at an inopportune time. Story? Is Antwort have a story? Then the Fire Nation attacked. Let's see. If you say so, dog.
Andy, wake up!
Oh, I'm up. What's the drill this time? Huh? Oh, yeah!
So I can use the ZL button and ZR button to switch between the two areas. I can go back to field training if I need to. Huh. Or the buttons are available, huh? So I can go back if I want for some reason. Yeah, like I said, let's pretend that the original Game Boy Advance game didn't come out at an inopportune time in the early 2000s. Contains content that may reveal secrets of the campaign plot. When we find out that Nell was, like, part of the secret cabal that started the war in the background? Like, what are we doing with it? Was she with Cigar Cancer Man from X-Files starting the war? Part of the New World Order? What are we doing here? Plot? You know the plot of... Are we deep into the lore of Advance Wars? Are we that deep? Remember, this game was a sequel to like a Famicom game called, was it Famicom Wars? And then Game Boy Wars came out. But those games only came out in Japan. This is the first time America had ever got a chance to play this game and localized. So if you're up on the lore of Advance Wars, I guess you can play along if you want. Roll out. Roll out.
Do you need me to explain?
Yeah.
Perhaps of note, this game was developed by Intelligent Systems, who apparently developed the original Metroid and a couple of other NES and Game Boy games Americans might have played prior to this game, but the problem is that they weren't really credited as such. So the first time I heard of Intelligent Systems was from this particular title. Let's see. What are my options here? Oh yeah, I can press the B button. Hold down the B button to see the range of every unit. Or at least their attack range. So you know how far they can go. You can also cancel some moves before you actually perform an action. If you move too far, you don't want to wind up in their attack range. We can hold this bridge. What is this? Press the R2 button. This tank has a cannon. With limited ammo. And a regular machine gun that's good against foot soldiers. Not so much against vehicles. But again, I don't know what the triangle means exactly. That's supposed to be explained in the guide, right? Yeah, press the plus button, go to the intel. Terms of victory. We'll probably have to take the capital because that tank looks pretty strong. Okay, more intel. The units. So these are all the units we have currently in our currently on the screen. Free ammo. The mech has 3 bazookas, which are better off using against tanks, for instance. More intel. Status. Available funds. incoming funds. Okay. So that determines whether we can buy more units from our HQ, I believe. Remaining units deployed, how many were lost. And the guide. Yeah, so it actually explains all of this. In case you forget. Basic input, holding B to hide all units and display a better view of the map. Okay. Holding B on an empty space. Holding B on a unit will hide its attack range. Okay. Holding Y, moving the cursor. Oh yeah, apparently you can see the entire screen. You can see the entire battlefield on the screen at once, which is not possible on the Game Boy, obviously, due to the limitations of the resolution on the Game Boy Advance screen. So the ability to see the entire battlefield at once limits scrolling. Although I think there was an option in that game to actually zoom out and kind of see a wider view of the battlefield with smaller pieces, something like that. Let's see. View battle and capture animation. View battle animation only. View player battle animation only seems a bit cuter. We're not going to yield. Do you yield? No, we don't yield. Okay, so I think we'll be good. Alright. Nell wants us to use the artillery. But we can't move and fire on the same turns. Let's just get in the position. Let's assume the position. So we can't move and fire on the same turn. We can guard the bridge. We can also capture these cities down here. So we have more money to play with. What does this unit do? Superior firepower. You can use bazookas. Equal to tank rounds and effectiveness against vehicles. So if they face a tank, they can fire the bazooka. Mech units have stronger machine guns than those of infantry units, so that helps. Not particularly strong against tanks, but it's free. So I guess you can whittle them down. And they're not going to be able to do very much against copter units. You don't have to worry about that in this turn, though. That's right, we can load the units into the APC. How many can we throw in here? So we can only put one unit into the APC. Too bad. No, drop it over here. Then drop it in the city. There you go. Drop it to an adjacent tile. There you go. Alright, now we're talking. So we got a tank here. We should be fine. This unit isn't going to move very far. Yeah, we can send a regular unit down here. You get over there and capture the city. It'll be fine. Choose the HQ. No other options available. Now we're good. I think we're not technically done. We don't know. You can't have two units in the same tile, apparently. Now, you can't have two units in the same tile. Again, you can load units in APCs, but you can't do much beyond that. I don't know if I want to risk it. You want to take the bridge? These units, yeah, these guys are probably going to capture the city, so. Yeah, these guys are going to capture the city, so that's a problem. Alright, so we got a tank in a city. I think we're going to be able to hold it. Can we cross the river? We can. Let's see what the movement cost is. Over water. Costs 2 units to move across the water. Only foot soldiers can ford it. And you have to go through the forest too, but ground units can cross it. It's not that bad. Alright, so we're going to have some options. Move 3, move 2. Alright, I'm going to see what's going on. So maybe I made the wrong move, but that's okay. We can prepare for the next turn. How's the defense in the water? No defense in the water, so there are sitting ducks in the water. So we can just guard the river, I guess. I mean, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. So we'll leave everyone else on land. Alright, so we get the music back on. You can also press the L and R buttons to cycle between available units. So in case you just want to see who else is available, you can just tap on those shoulder buttons.
So the Orange Star Army is launching a counterattack.
Got some extra supplies because I'm in a friendly city. That's not a terrible idea. Can't attack them very much. That'll do a bit of damage from the water. Not great, but it's still something. Yep, whittled him down. How you like that? I'll take that. I'll say it was a good move. We might lose a few of them on the next turn, so be careful. But that tank is wiped out, basically. The artillery is going to do some damage here, so I'm going to have to get him off. First of all, I have a unit I have a city I need to capture. Give me that. So, let's see. It says, see right there on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, it says capture 10. So if we have 10 more hit points, we can capture on the very next turn. Let's capture this unit down here. Yeah, well, where can this guy go? Okay, we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so we'll capture them on the next turn. Okay, let's break out the artillery. Who do we want to attack? We can wipe them out. Let's take out the artillery. Artillery is going to be a serious problem. He has defense, though, so that's going to hurt. Let's whittle him down, because he's going to be a problem. We can use the artillery to take out the tank when it's on its way here, so we got to keep that in mind. Yep, you couldn't do it. It was indirect fire, just like archers and tactics ogre. That's how you do that. All right, so we can whittle this guy down a bit. So what can this guy do? I guess I can see what it can do because I already have full ammo on this thing. He can't cross the bridge. I think you might be able to wipe this guy out. There's a slim chance you can wipe him out. I can't use the mech units. And I can't move it. Yeah, I can't move this guy out of the tile because he's already begun the capture bit, so we're not going to worry about that. I can defend myself here, so that's not bad. We can defend ourselves inside the woods. It's not a terrible idea. Yeah, I don't want to leave him open to the artillery fire. So we'll leave him right here. I don't know if let's get the APC in position at least. Supply. Yeah, all he can do is just give it more ammo, which ain't much. This tank is not going to be able to do very much. I guess we can just have him attack the dude. No worries. I think we'll be fine. Anyone else? No, we're done. End turn. Probably should have gotten rid of that tank so we can send some foot soldiers over the bridge. Yeah, dude's gonna capture that city. So that big tank is staying on the northeastern side of the map, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem.
No?
It's the Force.
Huh? Let's have a little fun. Lucky Star.
Waiting for a star. You're lucky. So it looks like Olaf's CO meter is only 1/3 of the way full. See right there in the bottom of the screen? Only one of the orange only one of the orange squares is filled up. So that saves me a bit of trouble at least. I didn't want to fight him on the road, but whatever. Wiped him out, dude. Look at that. Holla. Yeah, I was in the woods. That looked like a good... Oh, that was my chance to take him out from the woods. So I'm doing all right. That'll slow down his ability to capture that city. So we might be able to wipe him out before then. This soldier can do it. No, he can't. No one can get there in time, but that tank won't be able to do much damage. And I forgot to capture this. Let's capture this city. Captured. And captured. We're good. All right. So what do we want? We can roll out. Oh, we can yeah, we can't dump this soldier. Just roll over him. I can't roll over him. Gosh darn it. Yeah, we can't roll over him. Would have been nice though. Did it. This guy needs some ammo. Hook him up. There you go. So that gives him a bit more bazooka power. Alright, this dude can hang out in the woods. And this dude can just wipe him out. This will be easy. He's not going to be able to do any damage to the tank. The soldier in the city won't be able to damage the tanks. I think we'll be fine. The Bluey! Okay, these mechs are going to be a problem. We can aim for that guy in the water. Yeah, he's a sitting duck in the water. This guy can take on this dude. Not from the road. He can still do a bit of damage to him. He can attack him. He can wipe this dude out completely. You can also attack this joint and do a little bit of damage from the woods. This guy can't move any closer, but he can attack from the city. He can wipe them out from the city, it looks like. Okay, let's try that. We have a plan B. What else can we do from here? This guy can't attack, and he can't cross the bridge. Alright. We'll have him move out later. No, don't do that. We'll move him out later. This guy can attack from the road and wipe him out. This guy can attack him and whittle him down. This guy can't get over there. This guy can attack from the road and take out half the units. Let's take out the mesh. I think they're the bigger threat at this point. We want to whittle down that troop so we can't capture the city on this turn. Yes, and move him out over here. You can fire on this guy and whittle him down, and we're going to be somewhat safe from the woods. Yep. All right. Good enough. This will wipe him out. He can attack from here. He'll attack from the woods. This should significantly whittle them down because they're sitting ducks in the water. Yeah, see? They can't do any damage to us now. They're pretty much wiped out. Where's the tank? He can't attack us, so we're good. But we might trigger him if we get too close. Let me check on something. His meter's almost full, so he's going to be a problem. But if we whittle down most of their troops, he won't be able to get any movement bonus. Because he can turn on the snow and give his troops a movement bonus and slow us down, but it won't make a difference. By the time he turns it on, we'll wipe out most of their troops. That's my logic. Here, we're going to attack this dude from the top side. This will whittle him down quite a bit. Can we attack from the... We can't attack from the... We can do a lot of damage to him right off the bat. Let's do it. Let's whittle them down from the road. He has a bit more defense than we do, but we have the initiative. So we'll whittle him down before he can do serious damage to us. Yeah, he couldn't do serious damage to us, so we did all right. All right, so take him out from the top. This should kill him off. Can we go anywhere else? No, we can't. That was the plan, to wipe these guys out. We actually might wipe them out on this turn. Down they go. So we whittled most of them down. We did all right. Who else we got left? We got several soldiers ready to go. So move the APC out. How's his ammo? He's got plenty of ammo. I think he used some ammo on us. Not that it did any good. The APC can't attack, so keep that in mind. Okay. Can you load him in? No. Here's what we can do. We can move him out. Where can this guy go? Here. He can go to the curve. Wait. So we can move him out. We can only put one unit in there, which is fine for now. And we'll move the artillery over here, just to get him in position. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to move to the city. I wanted him to have full health, but whatever. So I screwed that up. Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? Yeah, we can't move him out, so we'll just move him closer. We'll get him to the river, and then move him across, I suppose. Yeah, we'll just have him cross. We'll have him ford the river, whatever. All right, end of turn. We got this. You scourge. You scourge. Send that back to the city so it can regenerate its health. So we're sending that back to a friendly city so we can regenerate its health. Let's see what we got. Yep. Just no one wanted to mess with us. Let's let that unit with 6 pips of health get healed on the next turn. We'll bring out the artillery. This dude can ford the river. I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop. This is too easy. wasn't good. That was not good. At least someone's able to go into the stalled APC. Yeah, this tank's gonna go down. Not looking good. Stay in the mountains. I think staying in the mountains sounds like a good idea. I would say roll out to a friendly city, but we don't have one. At least that's an unoccupied tile. This dude isn't gonna survive. Tank's gonna take him out. If he defends his headquarters, we're fine. We'll have to use artillery fire to bring him down. So we use artillery fire to bring down the mega tank. I think we'll be fine in that sense.
Can you withstand the cold?
Hey Teddy Pendergrass. Hey Teddy Pendergrass. Not good. Not good. Can't attack him. Can't attack him on this turn. Roll out. See if we can trap him. We're gonna need a wall. We're gonna need a wall so we can get the artillery into position. We own all of this. I think we just give him a wall. Movement cost. He's fine. We're slowed down in the snow, but he's fine. Okay, can we do any damage to him? Not really. We can't really whittle him down. We can't. We have to suck him in with some artillery. Let's surround him. We can basically surround him so he can't get around us. We're gonna lose a few units in the process, but we're gonna make things interesting. Yeah, we're gonna create a wall so he can't get around us. The APC could also serve as a wall, but it's too late now. Have the tank serve as a wall. We can afford to lose the tank. Yeah, he can't get past. Yeah, create a wall so we can't get to the troop. Yeah. Protect the troop so we can't get around them. We can get behind them there. We can get behind them there. So we can have a troop here and here. So we can't get past us. As long as we protect the troop, we'll be fine. So yeah, we have troops here and here. That won't work. Crap, it won't work. Okay, we can have someone here. So the idea is don't let them get to the troop that needs to get to the base. You might screw that up. Darn it, we screwed it up. We screwed it up. Okay. You can have that. Not gonna do any damage. Wait. I think he can still get to the troop from here. Can't really do any damage to him. So we're gonna pretend we're gonna focus on capturing that. This is not going to go well. Can't attack him. Crap. Stay here inside the city. We're going to need indirect fire to get to him. So yeah, we have a defensive wall here. It's fine. Yeah, we had a bad move. We left this room. He might not be able to get to the soldier if this guy's in the way. I think we bought ourselves some time, so we can get to this. You can get to the city on the next turn. Then we'll create a wall around him. That was a bad move, dog. I drink your milkshake. I think we should let him have that. If we manage to kill him, we might actually win this whole thing outright, but I doubt it's going to happen that way. Yep, he can't get to us. I don't think we can do much damage to this kid. Let's see what we can do in the meantime. Remember, we can use this APC as a wall, so that's not going to hurt us. That will do a little bit of damage, but not a lot. Very little damage. Very little damage. He's not going to be able to do much damage. We do have a couple of... we can also combine this unit with another one. Not gonna... I don't think it's worth it at this point. Yeah, we can't combine those two units, so we'll worry about that later. Yeah, we can't combine units at this point. We're going to win. We're not going to worry about that. I'm definitely not going to worry about that. So we'll be good. We just need a wall around this soldier and we'll be fine. Yeah, he's trapped. We got him trapped. He can't get around us. So we're good. We'll be just fine. You can't get to the city. So we'll put him right here. And I can't capture that city in one turn. Well, we can if we do this right. Can't get there. Okay, can this guy get there? Yes, he can. He can capture it on the very next turn. That'll make a difference. Yep, it's our city. No, actually, no, it's... So we didn't capture the city? Oh, well, we're good enough. We did good enough. We cut it in half. We're fine. Yeah, stay in front of this unit. So we're going to keep him from attacking the... We're going to keep him from attacking this unit. The idea is that we have him penned in, so we're good. Yeah, we have him penned in. He can't cross the river. He can't cross the bridge to get to our HQ. And he can't attack the unit that's capturing the city, so we're good. Just to keep things interesting. Let's put the APC right here. Well, we won't make a difference. If we put it right here, he can't cross us. So now it's completely pinned in. He's going to attack one of us. He'll probably end up making a dumb move and we'll end up winning anyway. So we'll be fine. We're going to leave this tank here just to keep that tank away from our capturer. So we'll leave that as is for now. All things considered, I guess we'll be fine. He attacked the APC for reasons, so we're going to take this W by taking this base.
Wahoo!
No time for celebration.
What?
Great job!
Speed. Speed? We don't care a crap about speed. Of course, I don't think we lost any units, so that helps. I'll take that W. I'll take that dub. Thank you, Mom. I mean, Nell. Okay, I already had that ID tag when I set up my Switch, but yeah, they're going to add lots of little stars and seals on them as I complete stuff, I suppose.
Andy!
It's a tankless job, but somebody's got to do it.
Har har, hardy har har. Har har, hardy har har. Okay, so that got unlocked. So I guess we'll play more of this later at some point. I don't know. I gotta take this game back. But I at least wanted to see how it feels. And yeah, it's like riding a bike. I'm fine. Just a matter of figuring out how to make use of some of the other units the game gives me later on. Like when you start getting helicopters and anti-tank units and stuff. Anti-air units and stuff like that. So we'll get to that eventually. But for now, we got this. Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp on the Nintendo Switch. Being played with a physical cartridge. Recorded the audio with my Skull Candy earbud to the volume adjuster. Into the audio splitter, into the J5 Create USB-C capture device. Into my quad-core Windows 10 laptop with the Windows 10 camera app capturing this footage. At 60 frames a second, we're going to cut it off to 30. There's no reason to play this game at 60. In fact, the game doesn't even hit 60 most of the time. But we're not going to worry about frame rates. We're just going to cut it down to 30. It's a turn-based strategy game. We'll be fine. Let the music play us out, I suppose.